very cryptic with the people who work for me and said, I can't tell you what this is for, but trust
your own staff.
My own staff, yeah. I mean, they really said nobody can know. So I had to sort of tell them, look, there's something really important that I need you to trust me, that I really think it's a great thing I need to do. And
I can only imagine the rumor mill among your people.
Wow.
Oh gosh, what's happening?
Yeah, they were sort of all speculating. I mean, especially when you imagine this, my booking agent who's just great at things like this, Rob Beckham called the promoter and said, you know, Brad needs to go a little earlier in the day. And the promoter said, okay, we'll move him up. He can go a few spots earlier. Well, the problem was when I talked to the White House again, they were like, no, you need to be on the ground in D.C. by this time, which was more like 7 o'clock. All right, so then we did the math to leave Iowa and get there by 7 o'clock, man, off stage by 3:30. So I called Rob and said, no, Rob, I need to go on at 2 p.m. And he's like, what? But like, Charlie Worsham and Scotty McCreery and all these guys are going to go after you. I said, I don't care. Let them go after you, that's fine. I said, and the funniest thing was that, so basically the only way this could happen was for me to, I basically told the festival, I said, look, and Rob actually told him, you guys have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity here. You're a festival which is brand new, and you're trying to, you know, you're sparing no expense. Yeah, sparing no expense to make it successful, and you've brought in Brad so he keeps people. And well, Brad now wants to go play for about 1/5 of what you were paying him. And they said, what? I mean, and he said, seriously, he wants to take the pay cut, and he's fine with that as long as he can go on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And he said, now the great thing is you guys get to advertise that he's going on early, get everybody there early, all the people are there, and they'll buy more beer and they'll have more fun, and the day starts earlier. And so they did it. They took it, and we had a blast. That's what's funny is that show, I wondered whether there'd be anybody there. They were. The place was packed at 2 o'clock.
That's so cool.
It just worked out, and nobody knew why. The promoter came to me and said, am I going to find out what this is for? And I said, I think so. Maybe not. I think
eventually.
And the funny part was when I got there, Scotty McCreery got on my bus. And he said, well, you know, he's like, well, I also thought it'd take a lot longer. Well, you're opening for me, but all right.
Little did he know.
Brad Paisley opening up for Scotty McCreery and Charlie Worsham and Leah Turner.
And it's funny because I got off the stage and some of those guys were standing around, and I said, see you guys, and I came right off the stage into a police car, basically. And the police car zipped me over to the airport, and we were up.
What was going through your head during that performance? I know you've been distracted before and pull it off because you're a professional and that's what you do. But this had to have been an ultra-cluttered mind at that particular performance.
Well, it truly was, because we also had a power outage in the middle of the show. Which is typical of first-year festivals, things like that. The power went out in the middle of, like, something. And I just stood there. I was like, whoa, and I started laughing. And then it came back on slowly, like one thing at a time with power up. And then I remember looking at Kendall, my band leader and right-hand guy that also was going with me. He was the only one who knew because he was going to Afghanistan. So I looked at him like, they better get this back on because we're out of here.
We got to go. We've got a plane to catch, kind of an important plane.
30 minutes, we're out of here.
All right, Brad Paisley's on the phone with us right now. He's going to come back in just a few minutes to finish off this story, which is amazing. His journey to salute our troops for Memorial Day. This is The Highway.